Hi guys, how are you all today? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about 10 things that make you look cheap, that cheapen down your appearance. Have you ever noticed there are some people who have loads and loads of money? They can buy the most expensive outfits, they can have the most expensive handbags, but when they carry themselves, there's just something that is off. Something just looks tacky, something looks cheap, something just looks really off-putting. Here's a philosophy I've always believed in. You don't need to spend a lot of money in order to look luxurious or expensive or chic or polished. You just need to make the right decisions and you need to carry yourself well. Now this means taking part of your grooming, your well-being. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you 10 things, and if you're making any of these mistakes, it's absolutely fine. I used to make these mistakes as well, and these are very common things. So when I speak about these, you'll probably be like, oh my god, I actually am doing this right now. If it's something that you are doing, make sure you take away from this video and you actually start working upon it. Okay, first things first, cracked, crusty feet. You can be wearing the most beautiful outfit, but if you're wearing heels, especially ones that are not covered from the back, so they're either open heels or they don't have a sling back, and your heels are dirty and you have cracked, crusty feet, oh my god. We see so many creams for your face, we see so many moisturizers, ads for moisturizers, but we don't talk enough about creams and moisturizers and lotions for your cracked, crusty feet. You just need one good lotion and you need a regular, consistent routine where you're actually doing your pedicure. You can get this done from the salon or you can do it yourself at home. It's super easy. I in fact have a video called DIY Spa at Home. I will leave a link to it right here. I do a full manicure, pedicure, face mask, all of that at home. So if you want to know how you can do all of this grooming at home, make sure you watch that. You also get feet masks that are very easily available. Over the next few days, you will see that the dead skin is coming off, and that's exactly what we want. We want our feet to be soft, to be clean, to be smooth. We don't want to walk around with cracked, crusty feet. Next up, we have overly done long nails. Now don't get me wrong, long nails are absolutely fashionable. I myself don't like to keep baby short nails. I prefer like a medium length, but I've seen some people just go over and beyond, and especially during marriages and the wedding season. I noticed this last year, I think around December when the wedding season was going on. People literally kept nails up until here, and I was like, how is this even hygienic in the first place? When you have such long nails, one, it's not really practical because it's so difficult to even eat around. Those of you who have ever had extensions or have put on stick-on nails, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so tough to even type with those nails on, especially initially when you're not used to it. So imagine somebody having super long nails and then all different kinds of nail art that sometimes doesn't even match with your outfits. I am all about expressing yourself and your creativity, and if nail art is the way for you to do it, so be it. I am all for it. However, what I think cheapens down your appearance is when it absolutely goes against the colors of your outfits. If you wear a lot of pastel colors like dusty pink or powder blue, I would say work around with those colors rather than going with an extreme hot red. This is just something that I think people don't really think about. Hygiene and color scheme, super important. Next up is oily hair with dandruff. Now oily hair is in itself a huge issue for most of us, but oily hair is more often than not accompanied with dandruff if you're not taking care. Now a lot of people have dandruff. It's one of the most normal things ever, so let's not make it a taboo. However, you need to have a good hair cleaning routine. Now that means taking care of your scalp. A little bit of dandruff here and there if you haven't washed your hair for too long is absolutely fine. Just make sure you're washing your hair nicely. However, if the dandruff problem persists, I would encourage you to visit a dermatologist and actually seek consultation. Next up is having dull skin. Now here's the thing, if you're ignoring your skincare game, you might as well hold a huge board saying, I don't want to take care of myself. And this is especially true when you're in your mid-20s. Our skin is the largest organ of our body and collagen makes up 70% of it. It's the most abundant protein in our body and it's like the secret sauce for youthful skin. Have you noticed when we were kids, most of us used to have really glowing skin, but as we age, post our mid-20s especially, collagen levels start decreasing in our body by 1% every single year. And it's no surprise that stress, pollution and other factors make it even worse. Now collagen loss leads to dullness and fine lines, and to prevent that from happening, I personally have incorporated HK Vital's Skin Radiance Collagen into my routine. It's been more than 2 months that I've been drinking this and my skin genuinely feels great from within. It's been clinically proven to reduce fine lines and wrinkles and amp up your skin's glow in just 8 weeks. And the best part is it has no fishy aftertaste, no added sugar and no side effects. It's packed with marine collagen peptides, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C and vitamin vitamin E. This has helped reduce dullness on my face while enhancing my skin's glow. My skin feels more hydrated, which is super important if you're somebody like me who forgets to take a sip of water every now and then. All you have to do is add 2 scoops twice a day in water and you're good to go. It's easy and you can choose whichever flavor you like, orange, watermelon, mango. There's no fishy aftertaste and no guilt trips because this has no added sugar or preservatives. And of course, no side effects, but keep in mind consistency is key. Skincare is a marathon, it is not a sprint. The thing is, if you want to look prim and polished, the first thing people notice when they meet you, when they talk to you, when they see you is your skin. So really, taking care of it should be a priority. And trust me, whenever I have to get ready in a hurry, when I have literally no time, I don't need to put in all that effort into doing my makeup because collagen in itself has made my skin super glowing. I'll leave a link to this down below in the description box so you can check it out. You can check out your favorite flavor. The sooner you start, the better it is, and I'm telling you, your skin will thank you for it. The next thing that cheapens your appearance is overdoing your makeup. Different makeup looks are suited for different occasions, but where I feel a lot of people cross the line is they'll see something online which is, let's say, meant to be a wedding makeup look, and then they'll try to do this when they're heading out very casually, say going out for brunch with their friends or to the mall or even just to chill. Even heavy makeup is okay to an extent, but what really pulls down your appearance and makes you look cheap is cakey makeup. If you want to do a full face of glam, by all means do it, but then learn how to blend your makeup so it's not cakey, it's not patchy, doesn't look like you've applied too much blush which hasn't really blended with the contour. Whatever look you're doing, just make sure it's blended nicely. Now, a lot of people also overdo their blush or they'll overdo their eyebrows. You know what, I actually want to make a different video all about this, makeup mistakes that most people are making. However, if you're filling in your eyebrows way too much, they will look really bushy. These trends come and go and they trickle down in society. So you will see a celebrity do this, you'll see models do this during ramp walks. What people don't realize is the trendsetter, the person who actually started this, has a full team of makeup artists literally knowing when to draw the line and when to not cross it. So if you feel like you're going overboard, just instantly stop. Not everything that you see on Instagram is practical or applicable to real life, and sometimes, just sometimes, it gets a little bit too much. Speaking of unblended, we also have unblended hair color. A lot of people try to do their hair color at home, and I honestly feel like I wish I had that skill to do it at home. But what happens is sometimes you have an expectation versus reality scenario wherein you want to do a really nice ombre look, but what ends up happening is it looks something like one color is going on top and then there's a sharp line and then there's another color which looks tacky. It looks like a fail has happened. I would highly encourage you to go to the salon and get your hair colored. I got my balayage done 2 years ago and I still love my hair color, and I got it done from the salon. So yes, of course it was expensive and it also depends on the length of your hair, but was it worth it? Yes, every penny was worth it. Moral of the story is long-term gain over short-term pain. You spend money but you are also getting a lot of worth out of it. Next up is tacky behavior. This really cheapens down your look. As I said, you could be wearing the most expensive thing, but if you're talking in a trashy way, if you're judging people going out of your way, I know a little bit of judging here and there is common, it's normal, everybody does it. In fact, we make a perception about somebody when we see them instantly. Judging publicly, saying trashy things publicly, commenting on other people, discussing money matters or politics, especially if you feel like the other person is uncomfortable, or just posting really off-putting photos online. Now, this includes quotes and memes and all those kinds of pictures that might be passive-aggressive or a way to communicate that you're trying to bring someone down or to throw shade at them. This is all really tacky. I do have an entire video on how you can maintain a classy social media profile. It is a very helpful and very insightful video. I'll leave a link to it right over here and down in the description box, so make sure you have a look. It is really going to change the way you present yourself online. Next up, we have wearing too much designer. Now, this is especially true if it's not going very well together, especially if it's clashing. I, for one, believe in if you have it, flaunt it, right? Why not? But don't flaunt it in a way to grab attention or to go out of your way and just force that thing into your outfit, even if it doesn't match just because it's an expensive piece you bought. Here is where the difference between old money and quiet luxury come into the picture versus new money and logo mania. Now, here's the thing. When you wear too many brands all together, what happens is you become like this walking, talking billboard of brands. For those of you who like this kind of aesthetic, for sure go ahead and do it. But for those of us who do not come from that school of thought, we want to play it more subtle, right? I would say don't clash more than 3 designer items together, especially if their logo or their branding is visible. I understand designer outfits and pieces are expensive, but still, do not try to artificially just force it into your outfit just because it came at a cost. Point number 9, ill-fitted clothes. How many times have we bought something online and just because it wasn't our size and we got too lazy to return it, it's just been lying at the back of our cupboard, contributing to a huge pile of clothes that we never really even end up thinking we're gonna wear. This is also true if you shop from street markets because you can't really try and buy, and neither can you even return. What happens when you get these garments back home and you actually have a good look at them? You might find threads coming out, you might find the stitching being torn from some place, and so it's important to actually fix these things. Take some time, cut off those threads that are coming out. Take some time, stitch the garment properly if the stitching is coming out. Keep in mind, whatever you're wearing should not be ill-fitted, it should not be shabby. So what you can do is take out all of your stuff and see what stuff you really need to get altered. Take it all to the tailor and you will see a massive difference in the kind of energy levels you have when you wear these clothes after they've been altered. Take this as an underrated cheat code to looking luxurious on a budget. And the same thing is true for wrinkled clothes as well. So many of us just pick out our clothes from the cupboard, wear it, and we head out. Even if we've ironed them before hanging them in our cupboard, sometimes because our clothes are hanging with so many other clothes and they're all stuck together in our cupboard, sometimes creases do form, and when we're ignorant, we just take them out, we wear the clothes as it is. We don't really iron it out, get rid of the creases. That's when it ends up looking shabby. So next time you're heading out, make this a non-negotiable. Say it to yourself every time you're heading out. Say, I will not step foot outside the door till my clothes are properly ironed, and this is especially true for formal clothing. And finally, we have cheap looking plastic jewelry. Now, a lot of us prefer fashion jewelry or artificial jewelry to real gold or silver, and that's absolutely fine. However, it's important that the jewelry you're wearing does not look cheap, it does not look too plasticky. Instead, what you can do is try to have more timeless classic pieces in your jewelry collection, and as you upgrade it, try to have more elevated pieces. These classic jewelry styles will serve you for years to come. Because what happens when we buy something that is trendy just right now is when we want to wear it, say 5 years later, we'll realize, oh, now it's outdated all of a sudden. I remember not long ago, I think last year, there was this huge trend of thick plastic looking heavy rings, very chunky rings, and now all of a sudden you don't see people wearing those anymore, and all in a span of 1 year. In fact, a lot of stores now are selling it at 70% off last I checked. Now remember when I said overdoing your makeup cheapens down your appearance? This is also true for accessories. When you wear too many accessories all at once, you do not stand out. Your outfit does not stand out. What you're saying does not stand out. The focus of attention then is only your rings and only your bracelets and only your necklaces and only your earrings. And that's not something you want. Yes, this is important, but what's more important is you. I always say keep it to 2 or 3, 4 at max, but don't overdo it. If you're wearing tiny earrings, you can go in with a nice chunky bracelet. If you're wearing a nice chunky bracelet, you can go in with a dainty necklace and dainty earrings. Play around with this. This is all up to you, but just keep in mind the rule is simple: maintain balance. I hope this video was insightful and you took away something from it. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and leave your comments down below letting me know what other videos you'd like to watch. I definitely want to do more of routine videos like morning routine, evening routines. So leave a comment down below if you would like to watch those videos. And if you're new here, I post a lot of such videos, so make sure you join our family here and on Instagram, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon. Till then, bye bye.